Hello, everybody. I could see some people wandering in, but I couldn't see who you were. It just was the number was growing. So, hello, Nana. You were the first to arrive. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Corey. I know you are. Hi, Glenna Cutter. How you doing? I don't think. Oh, there she is. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer, the moderator, is in at the house. Don't make her day, please. Your husband's a Leo, eh, Nana? Ooh. Well, that's too bad, Cora. That's too bad. Oh, my. Oh, the crosses some of us have to bear is no fun, is it? All right, just give me a moment here. I'm just trying to get everything. I got to get my fan back. Here we go. I had to turn it to do the smudge. There we go. Okay, I think. God, flameage everywhere. Oh, just give me a moment. The tea revitalizes me. My back, my back was hurting a minute ago, so this will help. I don't want to be taking any Tylenol or anything right now because that'll make me sleepy, and I got a lot of work ahead of me. 12 readings and for August, and then I have a huge private reading to do, big one. They're regulars. It's becoming tradition. It's a couple, and one of them, their birthday rolls around. It's like I get to send all this money. Do the reading, you know, it's pretty awesome. The first one that I did for them, um, my partner doesn't know that I'm doing this, but my partner faithfully watches every post you put up on every reading. Doesn't he absolutely loves you? And I want to surprise him. So give them a read. So send it to me, I was told. And don't send it directly to him because I want to wait till we sit down to have dinner. And then he's going to, be able to see it there. It'll be a big surprise for his birthday. And it was thrilling to be a part of this big surprise for someone's birthday. Oh my gosh, it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. And now they come back every year on their birthdays and give readings. So it's pretty cool. Oh, Cora, really? Wonderful. Wonderful, Cora. Wonderful. I know you're happy about that. Bringing some normalcy back into your life anyway. I'm almost ready. I got to refortify here. Just give me a minute. We'll get right into Leo. That's going to be the first one up. I love where I live, especially today. A neighbor up at the beginning of Route 790 for Chance Harbor when you first come in. So he's a few miles up that way. And I'm not talking 10 or 20 miles. I'm just talking a few miles, right? 3, maybe 4 miles. And he posted on Facebook. Now we're on the metric system, and he said, "Wow, talk about hot outside." He said it's plus 38 and feels like 107. And I'm going, really? You almost have to put a sweater on. And I'm right on the water. Bay of Fundy is freezing cold 365 days a year. It's very, very, very cold. Most people don't swim in the Bay of Fundy. They just don't. Some people are afraid they'd die of that cold, cell hypothermia and all that. And it was like plus 16 right here. But yeah, hotter in my backyard and on my deck. This little piece of property contains the heat. When the heat comes in, the sun shines in, it's hotter than what's out beyond it. So, probably more like 18, 17, 18 maybe in my yard. And to me, 18's my limit. I don't like it any hotter than that. I really don't. So, Arizona. Do you know something, Nana? I'll tell you. I know that they're hot, but you guys are dry too. I spoke to one lady in a job that I was in. She called, and I spoke to her, and she lived in Arizona, but she was originally from this part of the world. Okay, I won't say where, but this part of the country where we suffer from humidity, and she had crippling arthritis. She had to retire early. It just destroyed her whole life as she knew it. She couldn't cope anymore. And then she had savings, and she started doing research. I have nothing to hold me here anymore. I can live wherever I want. But someplace that might be not so damp, nice dry heat, I'd probably feel a little better. She picked Arizona. So she is talking to me from Arizona. And she said, you know what? I can go jogging now if I want. She said, I moved here and it was immediate relief. I'm not on any more medication. I'm not under any threats of my future. I feel like the clock has been turned back, but I do not feel my arthritic pain at all anymore. I don't cripple up anymore. And she said, back in that time, I was a stargazer. I used to sky sweep all the time, pulled many, many, multiple, numerous all-nighters to catch a planet, to catch a nebula, this sort of a thing. And I had a subscription to Sky News, be delivered in my mail once a month. Arizona was in them a lot for star parties. And I said to myself, if I could ever see the night sky anywhere, I want it to be Arizona. But I don't know about the heat. I don't think I could take the heat. There's the thing. What are the 3 months of hell? The heat? Is that what the hell is? It's too friggin' hot? It would be like burning in hell for sure. And the rest of the year is beautiful. I'll have to remember that. I'm not a traveler. I don't make a good traveler. My God, last year on my birthday, I went up to Grand Manan Island. I'd never been before. And it's like an hour's drive from here, and you get on a boat, great big ferry, and it's another, I can't remember how long it takes to sail there. But anyway, I was completely spent when we come back. And we didn't even leave the province. I am a terrible traveler. I just can't handle it. My body can't handle it. So the heat, June, July, and August, really. Have you taken note of your sky, your night sky there, Nana? Have you taken note of and noticed the stars? I mean, I've got stars here. You know what I mean? But I would love to go to Arizona and attend one of those star parties. They're weekend things. People can bring their tents and set up. Everybody brings their telescopes and they all share with each other. This sort of a thing. I'm getting there, guys. I'm almost done. I just heard a word for Leo for August, dramatic. So it started before I've even started. Dramatic. Something dramatic is going. It's going to be a dramatic month. That's what I heard. No way, Nana. Oh my God. It's all over the news, isn't it? And Facebook and multimedias that there are a lot of UFO sightings lately. So I don't get to see stuff like that here. Maybe they're afraid of the Bay of Fundy. Maybe they said, hell with that, it's too damn cold. You know? Wow. Dramatic, Lena. That's correct. That's correct. Hello, my darling. My baby. One of my sons is here, and he just took Bear for a walk down to the beach, and they just got back. So that's good for Bear that he get out for a walk. Go one, the whole family seeing it. Oh my God. It's unreal. Unreal. Okay, here we go. I cut that short. All right, here we go, Leo. Here we go. What's going on for Leo for the month of August, which begins tomorrow in this year 2020? What's going on for all the Leos, even the crotch watchers? Some of you may not know what that funny was about. When I hear the words, when they first started, because it wasn't like that when I first started on YouTube, but now we have this thing called cross watchers, CROSS watchers. Usually it's, let's say for Leo's being read, maybe a Libra comes in and says, my mate's a Leo, or the other thing with Bay of Fundy Fortunes, the intention behind each reading, it covers your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus, if it applies. So that's the intention behind it. So there's that kind of cross-watching as well. Your husband's been a drama queen the last couple of weeks. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Tiffany. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, baby. You say it's your birthday. Da-da-da-da. I hope you're having a good one. I hope you're having a good one. All right, Leo. Just give me a couple more minutes. I've got to get these guys all warmed up for you. You're the first ones on the block today. I got a beautiful sunny day. If you sit in the sun, it's really nice and comfortably warm today. The kind of heat where you feel your bones melting almost, and this, come over you. Where yesterday you wouldn't have done that. You would have baked within 5 minutes and you would have hurt and it would not have been pleasant. But today it's blue sky, big white puffy clouds, sunny, warm. There's a breeze up. The leaves on the poplar tree outside my picture window, it's big, big, big tree. It's poplar. And the leaves are very delicate and they shimmer and they shake, and they're doing that right now. Okay, I'm going to cut here for you, Leo. Thank you, Jennifer. What am I doing? I just cut. Hold on. These are monthlies. I have to remember how I do them. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera down, everybody, so that you can see the spread being laid. We're asking Lilith. Lilith, as this deck stands, are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this Leo general public reading for the month of August this year of 2020. are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this spread. She's saying yes, she's not swaying from it. Good, she's strong too. Even with the fan going, it didn't unstable her or anything like that. Let's see what we got here. Very first card is your overall energy. Oh, what did I say? August. About August being dramatic the whole month. Look what we start with. For you, Leo, the 9 of Swords, it is the anxiety card of tarot. That's your overall energy for the month, Leo. Sorry, guys, I don't pick them. Don't shoot the messenger. Second card, your wealth, your finances, and wealth also includes wealth of friends and support and love and health, kind of a thing. We've got the King of Pentacles for you, Leo. Trust. Your second card is your hearth, your home, your family, relationships, your intimates. We have the Queen of Swords, resilience. Boys, I tell you, Leo's not immune to being knocked down in their life. But I tell you one thing, they waste no time getting back up on their feet. Right there. Fourth card, challenges, should there be any. Not too bad. 7 of Pentacles, representing potential. That's good. The final card, certainly not least by any means, is your message from Spirit. 3 of Wands and motivation. You're going to be okay, Leo. No matter what is hanging over you or what's going on, it's going to work out okay. And it's not going to go on for much longer, whatever stressors that you guys are dealing with. But there's a tendency to worry about the whole month here for some reason. I think for somebody here watching, or maybe more than one of you, the month of August has always been really significant for you. Things go down in August for you, and every August they stress you out, whoever this is meant for. This is going to end on a good note. It's going to end with anything broken here. This will end with healing and putting everything back together, putting everything to rights. We'll look at it that way. This is between these two where you catch your second wind because you feel like the wind's being knocked out of you here. You absolutely, this is for somebody, you despise the month of August. You go through this every flippin' year. But this is where you catch your breath. And you either slide backwards and go on your back, on your butt, and feel weak and overwhelmed, or you find a reason to get up and start moving forward. You have the motivation, and that's where you want to end off August with, is with motivation. It means you're okay. Overall, it means you're coming out the other end and you're going to be okay, kind of a thing. So, sorry, I'll put this back up. There we go. There. The 9 of Swords. As I said, it's the anxiety card of tarot. These are the kind of anxieties that make you toss and turn through your night when you should be sound asleep. Maybe you go to bed and you can't get there, or you can get there but you can't stay there, and you always wake up at what time? Everybody's going to agree. 3 a.m. Always 3 a.m. And you're okay for the first nanosecond when you start to become aware as you're awakening. And for a second, everything is okay. Everything is fine. I'm just waking up. I must need to. You're just coming to the surface, and then that dreadful feeling, overwhelming dread comes over you as you think about all the things that are hanging over you now. Now, how the hell are you going to get back to sleep after that? You got a lot on your plate, and you're feeling overwhelmed. You end up laying there staring at the ceiling, wringing your hands, sitting on the side of your bed, head in your hands. What am I going to do? Stomach aches, upset physically, so for some because it's so stressful. This could be things like bills, like Maybe every August you have to pay land tax if you own your own property. And it's always a big expense. And at the same time, this is due and that is due, and you go through this every single year. And then once you get through August, you can breathe for the rest of the year because you probably overcompensate during the month of August. Insurance, and maybe you're going to pay 6 months ahead. Do you know what I mean? When you don't need to, you can do month to month, but it doesn't set well with you. So things like that, stuff to do with legal registrations for vehicles once a year, all those things, new tires, new this, new that, upgrading, other things that need to be done once a year, and they happen in the month of August, and you just about turn yourself inside out. Inside out. One thing to remember here, when you're bogged down with anxiety, things always seem worse at night, do they not? They truly, truly do. But everything looks smaller in the light of day. So you keep your focus there, get as much done as you can there to lighten that stress through the evening hours. This card reveals trouble beneath the surface that is often expressed through dreams and nightmares. What is it that's eating you up? You may be anxious due to pressure, overwork, relationship or family issues, or anxiety may be a pattern for you because maybe you're the worrier type. On a physical level, it can show someone not sleeping well due to stress and overthinking. The advice: what ties you up in knots at 3 a.m. looks small in the light of day. Try to keep perspective when negative thoughts get in the way. Keep your perspective in the moment, in the now. All right? Don't let anything slide in between you and your perspective, your groundness, where you're grounded in reality. Don't let anything block that from you. Keywords: panic attack, fear, guilt, insomnia, nightmare, stress, and mental overload. And I hate to say it again, but that's your overall energy for the month. And you'll get through that, and you will live through that beyond a shadow of a doubt. You're going to be jumping through some hoops here. Still, I'm going to say it again because it's good. At the end of the month, you're coming out. It's almost like you're caught in this vortex of some kind, and it's one stressor after another, after another, after another. And you have your moments where you feel, can I do this much longer? Count the days. Start crossing them off the calendar. As you go, you'll get closer and closer, and you will know towards the end, you'll start to feel the lightness moving back into you because you're taking care of things. The things that are getting done. Maybe once you can clear the air and clear your head and clear yourself for fresh energy, maybe you can come up with a better way of doing things. You've got a whole year before you have to do it again. Make that count, okay? Leos like to be in control. Just from the Leos that I know, boy, do they like to be in control. You guys like to be in control. You guys like to be at the helm. Not so much for attention, not for those kinds of reasons or vanity. But Leos like to be the heroes. Leo likes to be the coach. Leo likes to be the guide. And that's the way they are. So used to being up front and center. They like to lead. They really like to lead. And some of this is for some of you, it's a little unstable, a little slippery. You feel like maybe you're losing your grip on that. A part of what it makes you. There are moments of doubt and uncertainty that will flitter in and out for you guys during the month of August as well. Let's move on to the next card, your wealth, your finances. We're looking here at the King of Pentacles. Leo, lower that moat-like wall, all right? the breadth of water between you and everybody else, and you've got the moat. You can let that down and let people in at any time. This is for somebody else that's here within this reading. This could be after it's when maybe it's on replay, but somebody's going to relate to this. You have a real tough time trusting people. And now it's really you're getting the screws put to you, because it's almost like you're fighting against the universe almost. It's trying to bring you something good. Yes, let's admit it. When it comes to trusting the universe, that's a blind trust, a blind faith. But there's nothing stronger. And you need to hold on to that strength and trust in the universe that it's doing what it can to make you happy for your own good. Keeping that space between you and life and you and the world is not doing you any good. A lot of Leos are very vivacious. They're talkative. They laugh a lot. Some are like the life of the party. People pay attention to them. This sort of a thing. You don't want to slide out of that. You want to come back into that. So you could use some wealth in that area. But the thing is about trusting. This is only maybe for 1-2 people at the most. That's what I'm hearing. There's only about 2. I don't care how many people see the replay, but that's it. It's meant for 2 people. If I can get there. Whew. Pentacles are always a good suit. Just a beautiful suit. I'll even hold the card up. It's attractive to look at. The king reveals a man who is ambitious and trustworthy and protective. When he commits to a project or relationship, he's loyal to the last. He can be a powerful business owner or leader. He has a hands-on attitude. And as the U card in the reading, he represents generosity and love. What you gain, you will share with other people who are the most important to you. The advice, go ahead. Feel comfortable in protecting what is yours and protecting yourself first. Get comfortable with that. Because if you're not fully protected, you could expose others to it. You must know that you're fully protected. Have 100% faith in the universe and your guides. And you're going to be probably helping a few people out through the month, dropping what you're doing, stopping what you're doing to help somebody that needs a hand with something. Enjoy the rewards. When you start to see success, enjoy the rewards that come with success, because there always is. Keywords are money and protection, power and loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm right off in this moment. I'm not feeling any Leos that are on the brink of catastrophe financially. You may be struggling. Some of you may be struggling, but on the other hand, you're holding your own. You're holding your own through the pandemics, the layoffs, letting people go, businesses folding and closing. A lot of people are feeling the pinch. But you, Leo, you always seem, Leo, to land on your feet. Things can get really dark and dramatic sometimes, and all the heart pounds and this. But you know what? In no time at all, you're sitting back, throwing your head back, and you're laughing, and you're having fun. And whatever tore you down, you got back up on your feet again. Leos are strong that way. Very, very strong that way. So, let me, just one moment. The third card here. Okay, what did I just say? About being resilient. How you guys can sometimes get knocked down, be holding on by by your fingernails, and feel like the world, the life as you know it is going to, bottom out on you, and away you'll go. But you are extremely resilient. Leos always are. Leos, even if they're heartbroken, they're hurt, they're sick, whatever, will go haul themselves off to a corner, start to lick their wounds, start to self-heal, and they'll come back. They always do. They go, I don't just give up. Leos, that's what they say, I'm not giving up. I never give up. Ever. I might get down for a bit, but I come back. And here you are. This is meant for somebody. Here you are. So, this is a wonderful thing. With the Queen of Swords, you don't mess with this character type. People don't want to mess with this character type. She is very, very strong. You see how her sword is pointed down? And she seems so confident and sure of herself. She's cutting through the bullshit of life, of people. She gets to the heart of the matter. You can't fool this woman, okay? A lot of people say, well, she's kind of self-centered and selfish. Maybe, but there's a reason for that. She feeds and nourishes herself first before she even thinks about going out into the world. She needs to prime herself to the best of her ability, of what is her best, before she takes on the world. If she didn't do that, she wouldn't be any use to anybody. But she makes things happen. It's almost scary, because I've seen Leos do something like, what are you, a witch? How did you turn that person's mind around? They were so set and determined. And you come back out of there and you're smiling and laughing and they're smiling and you got everything to go up your way. How do you do that? It's like it's magic. Leos just have that special touch where they can change situations and they can change circumstances as well. Like I say, you don't mess with this queen. You can't, and take heart in knowing as well, Leo, that you can see through people in a heartbeat or snap of a finger, just like that. You see through people. If somebody came to you with a story, poor me, woe is me, and you got to help me, and this is what happened. If any of it wasn't true, you'd see that in a heartbeat. And anybody that really knows you well knows better to even think about pulling anything off on you, if you know what I mean. So, she gets a lot of respect, this queen. She truly, truly does. I love her. She's so relaxed, but at the same time, so confident here. This queen is highly intelligent, and she's very driven. She commands respect. She holds her ground. She puts her interests first. She is charming, but does not suffer any fools at all. And she can see the truth of any situation in a flash. This card often comes up in a reading that represents strong women, business leaders, independent females, single parents. If it's resonating for you, then there's a message for you. It's time to show your strength of character. You'll be called upon to do that. That's another challenge through the month. That's more dramatics through the month, showing your strength of character. It says to me, you're going to be dealing with one particular situation, and you got to show people who they're dealing with. You can have fun with that, and don't never say die. Stand your ground. Show them what you're made of. Things will go in your favor if you do. Just don't give up and give in. The advice of this card, Leos: be prepared to make a strong decision, or be prepared to respond to a final decision that's made by a woman with you in mind. Keywords: intelligence, independence, leadership, insight, intolerance, determination, and justice. Keep your integrity forefront and center, Leo. Always do the right thing and come from a place of goodness. All right? So, the next card here are challenges, should there be any. You've already faced challenges at this point, probably 2 going into the 3rd week of August. Things are starting to, where the edges of your life and the things going on were flat, straight, sharp, and hard. All the things in your life, all the sharp edges come off. And the hard outer shell is beginning to soften like white, fluffy clouds. It's all metaphors. And what you see through the clouds is, this isn't a done deal. Somebody's saying that this isn't a done deal. Why? Because the Seven of Pentacles brings you the potential, a lot of potential, to direct it in any way you want, to use it to your advantage. Pentacles, beautiful suit. A beautiful suit. There's much to be gained when the Seven appears in your reading, and it shows that your dedication is beginning to pay off. What I tell you, things are getting better towards the end of the month. You'll be getting a glimpse of the rewards that you seek. While you're not seeing the riches or acknowledgement that you dream of yet, some of you are just getting by. There is potential for success. Remember that. This may mean a little more hard work. It could mean sacrifice. It could mean more time and more attention to detail. But the effort is going to be very much so worthwhile. For everything you put into it, you'll say later it was worth every bit of it. Advice: don't doubt your abilities or the path that you've chosen. Just keep going. You're on the track of success. Do you hear that? Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt what it is that you can do. You're in the right place at the right time. You will meet with success. Just don't give up. Keywords are money, perseverance, dedication, work, investment of self, time, and success. So, the last card, never the least, is your message from Spirit. And we've got the Three of Wands. The number 3 is very highly revered. It's held very high in life. It's very powerful. And the threes always usually represent the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Just saying. We've got wands. Wands are all about the practical side of life and the practical things in our life. Mostly. It also represents travel a lot of the times as well, and moving. So, but practical things, your job is a practical thing. Your household chores every day are practical. These kind of things, you know. I hear to mention somebody's vehicle, your car. Your car. That's all I'm going to say there, your car. Practical things that need to be dealt with, the upkeep, keeping it on the road, that kind of a thing. So, and the 3 in tarot always represents high activity in your day and in your life. The meaning of this 3 of Wands is motivation. This is your happily ever after. This is your happy end of August when things are starting to change and get better. The load is lightening, the stress, the anxiety, all of that is lifting and just floating off into the netherworld somewhere. This 3 brings energy and enthusiasm to all of your activities. And in love, it predicts a new relationship, also celebrations, things like weddings and engagements. This 3 is also a brilliant card for travel and for the arts and sports as well. Showing a dynamic attitude is going to get the results that you want. You may find yourself taking an unusual approach to a dilemma, situation, finding ingenious ways to problem solve and get your message across. Because the fog is clearing, the stress is lifting, and it shows you getting back in tune with who you are, feeling your passion again. Keywords are travel, relationships, weddings, and originality, success, the arts, and yes, maybe even sports is what's going on here. Find new ways of figuring things out. Like the advice of the card says, think laterally, not just outside the box. I call it step sideways thinking. Think way out there, and then work your way back to normalcy. You know what I'm saying? And pick the best thing that you can do to get through. But everything is starting to lift here, right? With these cards. And thankfully, it's because of your own resolve and your own resilience here, Leo. This is you. Male or female, doesn't matter. All right? This is what runs inside of you. This is the wheel that turns inside of you, that brings you life, that brings you courage, a lot of courage. Just keep your integrity in front of yourself. I've seen some Leos get a little underhanded at times. Is it a Leo thing or just the, who knows? They just happen to be Leos. They get a little underhanded sometimes. Kind of like, if somebody asked you a question about something and you just went like this and you didn't answer, and they took it as a yes or a no, and then they passed that on, and you say, well, I didn't say that at all. But knowing what it was going to do and what it was going to cause, some upsets, some disruptions, this sort of thing. Just be careful, Leo, of that. Because I'm going to say this once to you, Leo. Our beautiful universe, every single person, from ants to people, doesn't matter. Universe knows all. Universe knows you. The inside of you, which nobody can see. The outside, which everybody sees. It knows your feelings, your emotions, your reactions, your thought processes. Do your best to stay on the straight and narrow and to do things right. So, hi, Mary Gail. Welcome. So that was your reading. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, it is, I think. I think that's how I do it. I missed doing the mid-monthlies, and I was going to do them for Cancer, and I looked at the calendar, and it said it was the 15th of July. I said there's no point now, but I used to enjoy doing the monthlies because I enjoyed the mid-monthlies more than I enjoyed the first of the monthlies. So, you're welcome, Coralie. I already seen it. You can retract whatever you want. I already seen it. You're welcome. This has been a long video. I'm afraid to look at the time. And I didn't timestamp for 44 minutes. I didn't timestamp when it began, though. So I don't know. I may have to, once I stop it, I may have to go back in and adjust that and put a timestamp for when the breeding, because I chatted for a bit. I had my tea and a smoke, and, you know. I love this mug. Boy, it keeps your tea hot and fresh. It's really nice. So, like I said, dramatic month or not, that popped out before you even touched the cards, before you even shuffled them. There is going to be, you're going to be moving around a lot, Leo. I don't mean house, I just mean physically. You're going to be very busy. Things that overwhelm you, but come like the third week, everything starts to get lighter. Everything becomes clearer, calmer. So you do have that. You have that. So I think what I'm going to do right here, I have to get on to the next reading, so I already dilly-dallied in the beginning. So I won't dilly-dally right now. But the next reading coming up is going to be for Virgo. I had to think about it for a moment. I'm sorry, Virgo. Hi, Mary Jane. I'm just wrapping up, my dear. You have to wait and watch the replay is what you'll have to do. So, let's see here. Oh, something's nudging at the back of my head, and I can't say what it is right now. All right, so anyway, please, if you haven't joined the channel, please join us, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. And if you happen to be on Facebook, why don't you jump over and pay a little visit there as well. We are a closed and private group under the name Bay of Fundy Fortunes, Fundy. Everything is pre-approved from, you need to be approved to enter the group. You need to be pre-approved for any posts that you want to share. You can do that, speak freely, all that stuff. You can leave anytime you want. We're not Hotel California. But it is full of a couple thousand like-minded people just like me and just like you. We're just one big tribe is what we are. So just remember, you're living beneath the microscope of the universe, and it knows and sees all of you. All of you. You may fool the people some of the times, but you'll never fool the universe. Please keep the peace in, my friends, so you can share your love and your light out with the rest of this sometimes beautiful world. And I hope to see you soon. Coming up next is Virgo. And thank you all very, very much for being here. You're welcome, Tiffany. Bye-bye.